can't believe it's already February. I think I'm just about ready to start this year. I made some investments and some financial decisions this year that may have been a good mistake, or I don't think that's the correct word for it. Not a very good idea. It was a mistake in general. So, thank you to the tax credit that will pay all my credit card debt from this year. Let me try not to do that again, because I make the mistake of buying something and thinking, oh, I'll have the money later to pay it off. It's better to have it now so I can use it. And what I'm talking about is like tools and stuff. That way I can get done projects, and that way I'll just pay it off and I'll just do it later. And that's a bad decision. The beginning of the year was great. And then, like I said prior to like I said in my past New Year's resolutions, I should get another job. I stuck with this one because they offered more positions. But what happened was, like, the amount of work that I had was okay. And then it just nosedived. Like, I would have a lot of work, and then there would be days I'd go into the office and they're like, oh yeah, we don't have anything for you. I'm like, wait a second. Why am I even on the schedule? It's like the thought of they won't eliminate having 6-day work weeks. Like, I'll alternate between a 5-day work week and a 6-day work week. And then I'll go in the day that would be the alternate day off, and they're like, yeah, we don't have anything. It's like, I just paid for gas to get here. But enough of that. Everything's going well, sort of. Now, hopefully. As long as the tax goes through. That would be bad. Made a lot of interesting things happen this year. As you can see behind me, I've 3D modeled different mounts for all my different airsoft stuff. I got the new airsoft rifle this year, which honestly, I'm sorry, not airsoft, that's a BB gun. Something like that, I'm surprised it's powerful, man. Why is this legal without a license? That's whatever. Yeah, let me go through a couple things I've been doing this year. One thing I've just recently finished is I've been printing labels, which this is actually the worst label of the bunch because it ran out of ink when I was printing. I dropped it. For all the games that I've had, like, you'll go into GameStop, if GameStop's even going to be a thing by the end of the year, and they'll just have the games in sleeves, and they don't have any of the covers or the cases or anything like that, and you end up with a bunch of neat games without any cases, so it kind of looks weird on there. But what I've been doing this year is, I've just dropped a bunch of them, is I've been sorting through all my game collection, which this was one of those financial things that felt good at the time, but it ended up costing me a good amount of money because I ended up only being able to buy things in stacks of 10 or 50, and it was cheaper at the time to buy cases of 50 cases. So I now have about 25 CD and 25 DVD cases left after that project. Let me spin you around here. So yeah, my retro game setup. I'm starting to get everything sorted out. I used to have the CRT TV, or whatever you call those old big heavy things on there. But the problem with that CRT was it actually was much fuzzier than I was expecting. And with this TV I can put SVDO and HDMI on some things if I need. 3D model a couple things for the N64 cartridges too. And another financial decision I made was to buy a label maker. I was actually just purchasing it for work at the time, but now I'm like, I really didn't need to buy it. I really can't even find any good uses for it at work. So, just started working on the one for the Sega Genesis cartridges. And I got a couple NES cartridges. I can only print them at this size because of the limitations of my 3D printer. But I'm just going to make a bunch of them, glue them together, and then I just have to make a backing for everything in a configuration that won't fall over. As far as the work that I've been doing with the moped, this is a part in acetone. It started off with me just trying to get the paint off of the motor so I could repaint it with powder coating, because I purchased equipment to powder coat. I got the compressor, which isn't a real great compressor. I've got the powder coat gun, I've got powder coat powder, and I've also got, unless I fall over here, a good size toaster oven for that. But at the moment, I still can't get the paint off. I've had these parts sitting in acetone for a month and the paint doesn't scrape off. Whatever paint they used was really, really good. So, now what I've done, and this is my most recent decision, is I've purchased a great big bag of baking, well actually no, just soda. I can't remember what you call that, something calcium. That's all I remember. And no, this is not all cat litter, this is extra boxes for parts. So, yeah. Fun times here at the Moss House. Oh yeah. One of the problems I was having was dust. So instead of sucking all the dust up from the up at the top here, I don't know if you can see it. It's up on that shelf there. My powder coating, not powder coating, sandblasting equipment. There's too much dust for doing it inside the building, so I've got to vacuum the extra dust up. And it's kind of inconvenient. So this is just an additional dust collector that I'll hook up to the vacuum. Gotta love 3D printing because I can purchase one of those, but if I purchased one of those, it would be like $60. Man, this camera cannot decide to do what to do with this lighting. Ooh, let me move rooms. That should be a little bit better now. So I'll be able to soda blast those parts because I'm not going to sandblast them. It's too much on that aluminum. Should be fine with this. And then I just have to neutralize it in some vinegar or whatever. I've got to figure out exactly what I'm supposed to do to neutralize it once it's soda blasted. Last year I did hot peppers, or not green peppers, bell peppers. This year I'm going to do it again. Midway through the fall, I was still doing hot peppers, but I killed them. I made the mistake of overfeeding the water on the hydroponic system, and everything just died. So, oops. Man, I've put a lot of money into hydroponic parts. This year should be a lot better. I'm going to try here in a couple weeks to start growing some stuff again. I think I'm just going to plant a lot of stuff in the soil so I don't have to worry about it. But I got to make sure my brother doesn't take too much of the garden of his own. Oh yeah, as far as New Year's resolutions go, 6 months last year I've been on keto. And then I've been off and on, and like I said, everything went downhill at the end of the year. But I'm back on keto now, and I think I'm gonna stick with it for the most part and cheat every once in a while, like maybe once every month or two. Nothing crazy. It's like if I want to go to a movie, I want to see the whole movie. If I'm drinking diet sodas, I'm gonna pee halfway through the movie, and I don't want to do that. Um, but yeah, I lost after losing a bunch of weight and then being off the diet. I kind of plateaued at close to 280 pounds, and that means I lost 45 pounds last year, and I've kept off that weight. So now I'm just going to try to do it again and see if I can lose more weight this year. You can kind of tell if you look back at my last New Year's resolution video. I mean, it actually does make a difference. I'm a little red today just for whatever reason, but yeah, I'm definitely a lot fitter than I was last year. So, hoping the best, and I hope you all the best this year. And I'll talk to you guys later.